24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, it's finally here, but how long will the snow stick around? We talk with the National Weather Service about our chances of a white Christmas. Plus, deal or no deal, the Senate remains in session to work out a potential deal for aid to Ukraine and Israel while Republicans push for stronger border security. We're live in Washington with the details. And helping all types of students on their journey into higher education, the Rapid Enrollment Day at Bay College. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP. Q19 News at 6.
Well, we finally got some snow, but Ariane, we also have some weather alerts that came along with it. What do we have going on tonight?
Well, we've got a colorful map tonight, although this is the current radars. We've got snow showers still rolling in off of the lake. And as Sarah mentioned, we do have some advisories. The primary concern is this winter weather advisory. I've got details for that as well. Same areas here under a lakeshore advisory. I'll go over that. And yes, we were all a little bit surprised at the snow that was out there today. I'll tell you about the cold temperatures we're going to experience tonight and what we're looking at as far as the rest of the week, if that snow will stick, as well as those gusty winds. Temperatures right now primarily in the 20s and some clouds out there. So I'll give you your full forecast after the break.
And yeah, we're finally getting some snow after a record-breaking December. The National Weather Service says this December already had record-breaking high temperatures across the UP. Meteorologists there say the temperatures late last week that brought the rainy weather dropped significantly Sunday night and turned into snow. However, the National Weather Service is predicting that warmer temperatures later in the week could melt most of what we're getting today.
That could be some higher dew points too, and the higher, when dew point temperatures start to get above freezing is when the snow really starts to melt pretty quick. So my best guess, it's looking like there could be some pretty good chunks of the UP that do indeed get a green Christmas.
Marquette, only 5 of the past 69 winters have seen a green Christmas, 4 of which have been within the past 20 years. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are looking to finalize a deal to help both Israel and Ukraine before the new year, but Republicans are holding out their support unless a deal can be reached on stronger border policy. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live from the Capitol on this. Rachel, good evening. What's the latest tonight?
Good evening, Sarah. So far, the House has already break for recess for the holidays, but negotiations continue here in the Senate. But so far, everything is still up in the air.
After weeks of negotiations, members are still unable to move forward with supplemental funding for Ukraine. The White House is asking Congress for billions in aid for Ukraine, which also includes aid for Taiwan and Israel. But the request is in a deadlock after Republicans are hoping to tie in border security as part of the package.
If we can find money to give to Ukraine, if we can find money to give to Israel, we sure as heck should be able to make sure that our borders are safe and secure to begin with.
President Biden says he's willing to make changes to immigration policy as a compromise. Some changes could include humanitarian parole, asylum standards, and fast-track deportation authority. The Senate is holding off their holiday break for now, staying in Washington to continue negotiations.
Over the last few days, negotiations on a path forward to getting national security supplemental done have made good progress. As I've said, if we believe something is important and urgent, we should stay and get the job done.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky visited with members last week, hoping to keep sympathy for their cause, asking members to continue supporting Ukraine. The White House says Ukraine doesn't have time to waste in their war against Russia, pressing members to pass additional funding sooner rather than later.
Just over the last 24 to 48 hours, we've seen additional airstrikes by Russia on critical infrastructure. And they'll face more death and destruction to their families and their homeland. They need our help, and they need it right now.
How long these negotiations will take place for, but we do know that the Secretary of Homeland Security visited Capitol Hill to take part in some of these negotiations. So again, as of right now, everything is just up in the air. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you very much. Developing now here in the UP, the Iron Mountain Cemetery is about to get some upgrades. The city was awarded a state grant through the Michigan DNR's Urban and Community Forestry Program. That grant will help replace trees that are in poor condition and plant new ones. The city applied for 2 grants through the DNR, one for the downtown area and one for the cemetery. Though the city hasn't heard about the downtown grant, the city treasurer says the cemetery really needed the boost.
$41,000 of our initial $50,000 ask on the grant. Many of the trees in the cemetery are well over 100 years old and have a decreasing condition that needs to be addressed, and this will help to remove some of those more difficult trees.
The district forester says over a dozen ash trees downtown need to be replaced. We'll hear more from him tonight at 11:10 Central. An event at Bay College today helped students in all stages of life start their educational journeys. Rapid Enrollment Day was a one-stop shop with everything potential students might need ahead of the winter semester, from information on programs available at Bay to financial aid assistance. The college also offers flexible class schedules and degree paths to make an education accessible for all students, no matter their age or stage of life.
Means if you get a new job, well, you can hit pause if you need to. If you're looking for a new job but you want to maybe change directions, we can help you get in and start classes as early as January 8th. We try to be really flexible and accommodating for what it is that people need.
Bay College also has a food pantry and career closet to help students succeed once they are enrolled. We'll have more on that tonight at 11:10 Central. Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus life in the 906. Jim Koski is here to talk about our possible green Christmas this year, with a very festive tie today, of course. And later, a Marquette organization assembles these Christmas baskets for families in need. We'll show you. We're back in just 2.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Erickson Jewelers will host a buying event in Iron Mountain from November 13th to the 15th. Sell your valuables for immediate payment. Bring in your gold, diamonds, coins, watches, sterling silver, designer handbags, and more. See you Monday to Wednesday at Erickson Jewelers for a free, no-obligation offer from one of our trusted estate specialists. For a full list of what we buy, go to nationalrarities.com.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to buy get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget, we're our...
Tune in with me for some classical classics.
Figaro! Kill the rabbit! Tune in with me, weekdays at 7 on MeTV 19.1. Mitchell Reif reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Well, we still have some flurries out there. Those temperatures starting to really dip down. We're in the 20s tonight. So weather alerts to go over with you. First up, we've got this flood advisory basically for Marquette and Elger counties. This goes until 7 p.m. Just a heads up in case you're traveling along any of those low-lying roads. And then winter weather advisory, same counties as well as Berga County. We could be seeing 2 to 4 inches basically Marquette through Elger counties this evening, and then possibly another 3 to 6, of course, in the higher terrain. And then winds very gusty along Lake Superior, up to 45 miles an hour. So expect some blowing snow if you are traveling this evening. So like I mentioned, we've had a lot of snow activity here in the central location of the UP as we zoom in on Marquette, going all the way down even into Dickinson County as well as Delta County. And then for this evening, our temperatures are dipping down into single digits. Basically, that's going to be along that west interior. Right now, the models are showing we'll be in the teens, maybe even around 12 for Iron River and Ironwood, but expect overnight there could be a chance of being in those single digits. So bundle up if you have to get outside tonight. The next couple of days, we're actually expecting sunshine and the temperatures fairly steady in the 30s. Of course, those gusts continuing. We're going to take a look right now. Winds primarily coming out of the north and still seeing some blustery conditions up to 34 miles an hour here in Marquette. Everything's slowing down a little bit as we get into the later hours, but then we're going to take a trip and see those winds come from the southwest direction tomorrow morning. Then they'll start coming from a westerly direction midday. And then you know what? Northwest winds starting to push in there overnight before northeasterly winds take over on Wednesday, but those gusts expected to be in that 20 mile an hour range, which is more typical of what we're used to here. So this evening, some snow showers still pushing off the lake here for Marquette and Elger counties, and then those clouds kind of heading on out. We could see some clear skies overnight, hence those colder temperatures where we don't have those clouds keeping the warmth in. So Tuesday evening, we'll also see some clouds clearing there, but again, we're expecting partly to mostly sunny skies for our Tuesday. And then Wednesday's looking a little bit cloudier with some snow showers, especially along that northwest coast there and even in Berga and Marquette County. So how much snow do we have at the moment? Marquette with about 5 inches, Munising 3, everyone else a little bit less than that except for L'Anse with 4 inches. Tonight, like I mentioned, we could see up to 6 inches over here in that Huron Mountain area, and then up to 4 inches all the way from Marquette into Elger counties. By the morning, everything should have subsided. It's going to be very cold though in the morning, and again we talked about blustery winds. The average temperature around 7 a.m. 18 degrees, and then we'll be in those mid to low 30s by midday here. Winter solstice coming up on Thursday, partly sunny skies, and then for Christmas, did someone order rain showers?
Maybe they did. Thank you very much, Ariane. The Salvation Army in Delta and Marquette counties is still in need of bell ringers this season. The region has almost hit 70% of the red kettle goal as of last Thursday, but around 700 volunteer hours have not yet been filled. Bell ringer stations are set up outside Super One, Walmart, and other stores running from Negaunee to Marquette, and also various locations in Delta County. This year, those donating to the Salvation Army can use a card reader, making donations that much easier to make. And if you do want to donate, just head to the website at the bottom of your screen, register to ring.com, or just visit WZMQ19.com for more links. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We are chatting with the Peter White Public Library's Hype Girl about how to keep your student occupied during winter break. That conversation is...
The thing I love most about the team is we're actually a family.
I have people around me I can trust. I'm lucky.
They are a light in the darkness.
The only thing we can rely on is each other.
NCIS. You remember us?
Yeah! Go, go, go! And if I don't let darkness out there with joy, that's how we
win. Anyone here? Hello? What are you waiting for? I really need to deposit this check before work today. Oh, you can use the ITM for that. Oh man, I gotta make a payment before the credit union closes. You can use the ITM for that. I don't know about this thing. I mean, I need some social interaction. You can use the ITM for that.
Peninsula Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of technology to keep your banking experience fast and efficient. Try our ITMs today.
My dad, he's a double amputee, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. To me, a hero is someone who fights for our country and freedom. My dad is a hero. Homes for Our Troops built this house, and my dad can get through the wide doorways. He can reach anything.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post-9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Meet Mike Baxter, pioneer.
Dad, how do you kill an elk?
Wait outside the lodge until last call, then hit it with a tire iron.
Frontiersman.
Pheasant hunting is ridiculous, all the running and the chasing and the fetching.
That's what the dog's for.
But Maddie did such a good job. Who's a good girl?
Legend.
I have a 60-year-old truck and a 30-year-old marriage. You should be happy that I am stuck in my old ways.
I do love that truck.
No wonder he's the last man standing.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Students will be heading home for the next few weeks on break, but the Peter White Public Library in Marquette is making sure they have something to do all winter long. Joining us tonight from the library is Andrea Marsh. Thanks for coming in, Andrea.
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
Of course. So let's start off with the Winter Reading Rocks program.
So as you know, every year, Peter White has 2 reading programs, one in the summer, one in the winter, which I think is the best time to read because it's so dark.
Yes, and you can kind of like cozy up with a book and some hot chocolate or coffee.
Heck yes.
It's great.
Even if you're not a kid, you can still take on the challenge.
Yeah.
So this challenge starts January 19th and it goes through February 29th, which is a leap year.
Yeah,
hooray.
that's right.
And registration is required and you can do that online. There's no fees, there's nothing associated with that. And kids get to collect these little bottles of rocks. I wanted to steal some for you, but you have to read in order to get them.
True. How many books do they have to read to get the rocks?
They just have to read at least 20 minutes a day, put a little sticker on their reading log, bring it in, and you collect rocks.
Easy enough.
I know, it's great.
That's awesome. So how can they participate in this at the library? How do they do this?
So our website, you're just going to go to pwpl.info/youth services. Sign up right there. It's super easy. If you have a name, you can sign up. If you got a parent, you can sign up.
Awesome.
So you can sign up.
I could sign up.
You
Although
can
my
sign
mom
up.
she just went home today, so I'll have to just like email her the form or something.
Do you want me to be your mom? Okay.
Yes, I would love that.
That would be really fun. I'll be your mother so I can sign you up.
Perfect. Now, I know you said that program starts in January, so what if like in the next couple of weeks they're already tracking their reading hours?
Oh, that's perfectly fine. If anything, we should all read at least 20 minutes a day. And the youth service department is not going to close down for the winter break. So just on Friday and Monday, we will not be open. No, Saturday. Saturday. Christmas Eve and Monday. I didn't have that in my notes, Sarah.
That's okay.
It's okay.
That's okay. It's a crazy week.
It is.
After the winter reading, you also have a Write On program for the teens.
So this is the first time we're ever doing this. So new to us, 2024, we are inviting local poets, including Poet Laureate Beverly Mathern, to sit down with our teens and work on their creative writing skills, work on their poetry skills. And this course runs for 7 weeks, and that starts on, give me 1 second, that starts on Tuesday, January 9th.
Perfect.
So teens can start writing over the winter break, bring their materials to these qualified poets, and at the end of the workshop, they get free publication.
No way.
I kid you not. You know how expensive it is to get a book published?
I can imagine it's very expensive. And to be able to do that as a teen is really cool.
Awesome. And it looks so good on college applications.
So parents and teens, pay attention to that one. How do they register for that?
They register online. And this program was made possible by Helen Ragman, the late founder of the Joy Center.
Oh, great.
So she's donating, her estate is donating proceeds to make sure that these teens have an avenue to have their work published.
So that means that they don't have to like no registration fees or anything like that.
No registration fees. It's a free program.
That's awesome. We love free programs. And then after it's published, where do they get the published work?
So they get to take home some published works.
Someone will get that one.
Hopefully it's not my mom calling. She might be mad at me for adopting Sarah. So yes, they can pick up their published works after the program, and then we're also going to have them circulated at Peter White.
Perfect.
I know, what an opportunity.
Awesome. Well, Andrea, thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. We always appreciate it.
I love coming here. Thank you, Sarah. Enjoyed the snow.
Yes, you too. Still ahead tonight, Life in the 906. Jim Koski shares what a green Christmas might be like up here. And later, the Christmas spirit continues to spread. How the St. Vincent de Paul is helping families with their Christmas lists this year. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. Marquette's Jansen House is looking for some sandwich makers. It's an ongoing need weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon. Volunteers will simply assemble some Sammies and pack them up for residents to grab and go. No kitchen experience necessary. Pretty easy. To volunteer, to sign up, to volunteer, or check out other opportunities, head on over to upersunited.com.
Coming up right here on the CBS Evening News, a rare look at the largest Hamas tunnel the Israeli military has found to date. We go inside of it tonight with new information. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS.
Congratulations on making it to the final 5.
I'm a wolf in goat's clothing.
I'm going to give you a run for your money. It's harder than I thought.
It's everybody against everybody.
There are going to be tough moves that must be made.
Tonight, you will not be returning to your camp. You will be taken to a new island, start over, and begin the final push to the end of Survivor 45.
Only one will remain to collect the $1 million prize. The Survivor season finale, Wednesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Buckles Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckles Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
When finances and plans for retirement come together, it's a beautiful sight. Join our experts in shaping your tomorrow today.
Let's reflect on our life in the 906. And Jim, we saw that it's not too often that we don't have a white Christmas up here.
No, it actually makes me think, is it really Christmas in the UP if there's no snow on the ground? Now, I know there's an inch or 2 or 3 of the white stuff around right now, but you heard both Ariane and the National Weather Service earlier. It gets warmer and rainier as the week wears on. And by the time Christmas rolls around, we could have weather like we had last Thursday when I wore shorts to work. There were sailboats in the harbor in Marquette, and I saw someone running up Front Street without a shirt on. In Marquette, in the middle of December. And lest you think it was just here, look at this shot from last Thursday in the Copper Country, the snow capital of Michigan. See? I'm not kidding. I realize the weather's changing. I realize we broke the planet. But it always seemed like the UP was immune to situations like this. While the rest of the country went through their hurricanes and floods and heat waves, we had our snow and our cold and our short winter days. And while we still have those short winter days, this time around it could be filled with mud and rain and mild temperatures and green grass. Well, half green grass and half yellow, so Grello grass. But you get the idea. The radio station where I work is running a contest called Where's the Snow, where people guess on which date they think we'll get our first big dump of the year. There are a bunch of listeners who don't think we'll even get a storm of 10 or more inches at all this season, and I'm starting to wonder if they're right. Unless something changes radically in the next few days, and after the stuff melts, it looks like we may not have a white Christmas or a white anything anytime soon. Maybe we'll get lucky and a couple of the flakes that came on the ground today will stick, but I wouldn't count on it. Instead, I'm guessing we'll be talking about this as our Grello Christmas, the Christmas where we went sailing on Lake Superior, or the Christmas where we went for a run through Marquette without a shirt. Because that's the kind of Christmas it's shaping up to be here in the UP. I tell you what, no matter how it turns out, I hope you have a fantastic holiday season. And don't forget, make sure you leave some Kootigian milk for Santa on Christmas Eve. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
You know, even though it would be a bummer to not have a white Christmas, I will say it is nice for travel.
It's great for travel. I went for a bike ride this past weekend.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you get to do all kinds of things you normally don't do on Christmas.
Exactly. So we might as well just take it for what it is and enjoy it while we have it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jim. Well, the holiday season always reminds us to spread some joy, help where we can, and give back to the communities that keep the UP the UP. WZMQ's Mitchell Reif checked in at the St. Vincent de Paul to learn more about its impact on families in need.
St. Vincent de Paul, along with partners like the Negaunee Elks, Super One, and other organizations, were putting together Christmas baskets this morning at the United Steelworkers Union Hall for families in need.
We'll put a basket full of food, enough food for Christmas, including the breakfast, cereal. There's a family of, I think it's 3 or more. They'll get a turkey, otherwise they'll get a canned ham.
A lot of people need help, and we've also been in that position early in our lives where we've needed help, and other people have stepped up to help us.
Each table with a corresponding number serves a single family, bringing Christmas dinners, presents, and even toys for tots donations. Volunteers anticipate they'll be serving over 50 families tomorrow morning, and for those families who aren't able to make it to the Union Hall, the volunteers will also be hand-delivering the baskets.
Well, they've let us know in advance so they know where they're going, and they'll be delivering them to the people. Oh, they're happy. Some of them are in tears because, you know, they're getting stuff for the kids that they couldn't afford.
As a purely volunteer-based event, those helping out say seeing the gratification firsthand opens up their eyes to the hardships that are present in the community, and they say the families' reactions are a priceless gift that they hold dear.
It's emotionally hard to see what some people are going through. And you know, we're all in our own little world, and we do our own shopping and we do our own baking, and we don't really see what people are struggling with until you come to something like this.
Mitchell Reif, WZMQ 19 News, Negaunee.
We have a couple of weather alerts hanging on for about another 30 minutes or so, but we'll be warming back up by the end of this week. Ariane has the outlook.
I'm Emilio Colon. Come with me on a journey to discover the historic town squares of Ponce and Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. In the next episode of Music in Puerto Rico, we'll experience history come to life through the universal language of music. Let's explore the vibrant cultural and commercial heritage of these fascinating cities.
Tonight, a powerful storm slams the Northeast, bringing heavy rains, flooding, damaging winds, and power outages. And 1 year after Southwest's holiday meltdown, what should holiday travelers watch for? Plus, a landlady's Christmas kindness on the CBS Evening News.
Menards is celebrating Ryan Blaney's NASCAR Championship with 12% off everything till Christmas. Kidde home safety products help keep your family protected in case of emergencies. This fire extinguisher is just $16.97 after 12% off. Find your style with a new ceiling fan from Patriot Lighting. Check out our great in-stock selection in our lighting showroom. Get this Minerva 3-speed fan for just $59.99 after 12% off.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
10 million people call Michigan home. The state capital since 1847 is in Lansing, and decisions made in this building affect you and the Upper Peninsula. I'm WZMQ 19 Sophia Murphy, uncovering what's really happening here every day, tracking issues about your health and the environment, taxes and roads, schools and safety. Reports direct from the Capitol, only on your WZMQ 19 News.
Sophia Murphy, reporting live from Lansing. exclusively on 19 News.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog tax.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
Current radar showing that snow coming off the lake here for Baraga, Marquette, and Elder counties as we are under a winter weather advisory until 7 p.m. Could see up to 6 inches. Most of that high snowfall expected over there in the Huron Mountains. And we've talked about the past couple of Christmases. We have had some snow, but the most recent Christmas where we had kind of a brown-green Christmas was 2021. So it does happen now and again.
Finally tonight, children with sensitivities to lights, noise, or crowds have a chance to meet Santa this year thanks to Marquette Alger Risa. The school district is offering a sensory-friendly Santa visit to families this year. Parents can sign up online for a free private session with St. Nick for their child up to 18 years old. The sensory-friendly Santa meet and greets will be this Wednesday and Thursday. You can find more information at WZMQ19.com. That's it for tonight. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.
Tonight, 10